Hello friends, this is Abhijit. Today we are going to see the server storage services. In that we are going to see the lab for creating the disk quotas. Now disk quotas is nothing but you are limiting the users to particular extent or a limit of a space which he can use from the drive. So take one example, if there are two users inside your system, that is user 1 and user 2, and you are the administrator, and you want that you should have some limit on them to use the drive space. If the drive space or the volume space available is maybe a 2 TB volume size, or it may be a 50 GB of volume size, out of that if you want that both the users should have only a limit of 2 GB each, and then you can use this discord option to limit their usage inside that space available in the drive. So this will have some limit on the users, that if he goes beyond that particular certain limit set by the administrator, then automatically it will show that the disk is full. Even though if we check practically, the disk space is available out of 50 GB, maybe 40 GB space is available, but the user's space which is given by the administrator, the limit which is given by the administrator of 2 GB, is utilized fully by that user, and then the disk will be full for that user, and he cannot extend, or he cannot download, or he cannot save anything on that particular disk. So we will see today now how to configure this disk quotas. So this is our Windows Server 2012 machine. I will go to the Explorer option. I will right click the drive, E drive. I will go to the properties, click on properties. In the properties option, you can see different tabs which are there. Go to the option of quota. You can see one option is there, quota. So in the quota option, there is one selection, or you can say choice, which is available: enable quota management. So to enable the quota, first you have to click on this option. So once this option is selected, then now the quota management is enabled, and then you have to select the second option, that is deny disk space to the user exceeding quota limit. So if I select this option, what will happen? If I give a user a limit of maybe 2 MB inside a disk which is available, or volume which is available, beyond 2 limit he cannot store the data on that particular disk. So he cannot exceed the limit which is given by you, and if it tries to exceed it, it will be denied. So this option also we have to select. Now how we will select the entries, means how you will configure the users and their limits which you want to give. So if I click on quota entries, you can see one window is there of quota entries for new volume E. Go to quota option, say new quota entry. It will ask you that which user want to select. Now if you do not know the name of the user, click on advanced, click on find now. It will show you all the users which are present in your system. I will select user 1, OK, again OK, and now it is asking you limit disk space to. So what I will do, I will limit the disk space to maybe 5 MB or 5 kilobyte, I will say, and the warning is for the 2 KB. So once the user reaches 2 kilobyte of data, he will get a warning that the disk space is low, disk space is low, and once he finishes the use of 5 kilobyte, then beyond that he cannot extend, or he cannot store any data on that particular disk. So I will say OK. Same thing again, we can create another entry, quota, new quota entry, advanced, find now, select user 2 now. I will say OK, OK. Limit disk space, I will say it as 10 kilobytes, and warning level maybe I can set it as 5 kilobytes. I will click on OK. So now you can see we have created two entries inside the quota. So one is for user 1, another entry we have created for user 2, and we can see here user 1, user 2, both the entries are there. One has a limit of 10 kilobyte, another has a limit of 5 kilobyte. So what we will do to check this now, we have to click on OK, say OK to enable the quota now, say OK. So once this is enabled, now quota is enabled, I will close this window, press Ctrl I button, go to this option, power. You can, if you want to restart, you can restart it now, or if you want to just log out through the system, click on Windows button, administrator, and sign out. So I'm signing out from my administrator account. Press Ctrl Alt Delete, and you can see all the 3 users which are available. So I will select user 1 now. I'm entering the password for user 1. So user 1 is logging into the system, and remember the limit which we have given to user 1 is 5 kilobytes, and the limit for user 2 is 10 kilobytes. So first we have logged in with user 1. We will see what happens if we starts exceeding the limit. So we have to go to that drive. You can see now, once you click on File Explorer, you can see the volume. It is showing as only 4 kilobyte. So 0 bytes free of 4 KB. If you open that drive, if I say new, and suppose a folder is created, you can go back and see now what it is showing. Again, same thing. I will go inside this folder. I will create some file, text file I can, or a RTX file I will create, suppose AA. I will type some data inside it. And I will close. I will say save. So I have created a file. You can see the size of the file is 1 kilobyte. I will just copy this file by Ctrl C. I will paste it here only. Ctrl V, 2 kilobytes is done. Ctrl V, 3 kilobytes. Ctrl V, 4 kilobytes. Ctrl V, 5 kilobytes. Now if I say Ctrl V again, you can see now we are exceeding the limit which is given, because we were having a space of 5 KB, which is already been done, which is already being utilized. And if we try to store more amount of data now, it will say that there is no enough space on new folder. This many items are copied and you do not have the space available. So it is denying the access now. So this user is limited to only 5 kilobytes. So now what we will do, we will log out from this user. We will sign out from here. I will place Ctrl Alt Delete. Click on user 2. I will give the password for user 2. So password for user 2 is entered. And user 2 has a limit of 10 kilobytes. So we will go to the same drive or the same volume. So we have gone to the same volume, and before going inside, you can see here it is showing 8 kilobytes free of 8 kilobytes. So I will select this file, which, because it is a 5 kilobyte file, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So now total there are 10 items available. Each file is of 1 kilobyte, so 10 kilobyte is done. I will select one file, Ctrl C. I will try to copy or paste it here. You can paste it. Now you can see, once whatever the copies we have created now, once that exceeds the 10 limit, because previously we were having already the 6 items were there, and now we have added 10 into it. So once you exceed that particular limit of your file creation, then automatically it will stop, or it will say that you cannot access this drive, or you cannot save anything on this volume, because the volume is full. So I cannot do anything now. If I try to create a folder also, it will say there is no enough space to create a folder also. So this is how the quota works, and this quota option is configured from the, that is volume. If you go to the volume properties, from there we can configure this disk quota. So this was all about the server storage services, and the point we have covered today was the disk quota, how to configure the disk quota for particular users, and to limit the use of the disk space which is available with you, and limiting the users to use the disk space. So thank you very much, student. Have a great day.